Shalom, my sweetest friends. Hope you're having a beautiful day so far. Today is Story Sunday, so I got another story for you. It comes from a story that I read to my kids last night, actually. Eliyahu Hanavi, with the help of Hashem. So it goes like this. There's a very wealthy man, and this wealthy man needs some oxen for his field. He decides to go, so he schleps all the way to the market in a couple cities over. It's a full day trip. He gets there, and Eliyahu Hanavi is there to teach him a lesson. So Eliyahu comes to him and says, as the form of an older man, and he says, hey, what are you here for? He said, oh, I'm here to buy some oxen. And he's like, oh, you mean you're here to buy some oxen with the help of Hashem? He's like, no, that's not what I said. I said, I'm here to buy some oxen. He's like, I'm a very wealthy man. There's fine oxen here. There's no reason I shouldn't get it. He said, so really, like with the help of Hashem, then you're going to buy it. He's like, no, I've got money. I've got everything I need. Like, what are you talking about? So Eliyahu Hanavi kind of takes his money when he's like not watching, and he goes away. Then he can't find the money, so he goes back home, and then he comes back again. He gets another bag of money, and this time, as he's walking along the road, there's another Eliyahu Hanavi who kind of comes to him and says, hey, can I get a ride? And he says, sure, get a ride. Jumps in the wagon. They're heading onto the road. The master decides that he's going to take a nap. He and the driver take a nap, and then all of a sudden, while he's on the road, before they take the nap, Eliyahu Hanavi says to him, oh, what are you about to do? He said, I'm going to the fair. He said, oh, I'm going to the fair too. What are you going to get? I'm going to get oxen. He said, okay, great. And he said, you mean with the help of Hashem, you're going to get oxen? He said, no, it's so strange. Like, another guy said the same thing to me. He said, it's very pashut. I'm a wealthy man. I can go and just buy them. I saw the oxen there. I'm going to go get them. What's the problem? And so Eliyahu Hanavi's like, oh, man, he still hasn't learned his lesson. Okay, fine. He takes the second bag. When they go to sleep, he takes the second bag, and then he puts it over in this area on this like rock, and he says, whenever he learns his lesson, then the money will be waiting for him. So then a third time, he gets the money, and this time he gets the money, and he's headed back to the fair. So finally, he's thinking to himself all the way to the fair. He's like, what's going on? He's like, I've never lost money ever in my life. All the business dealings I've ever done, I've never lost anything. He said, and then 2 times in like 3 days, I've lost them all my money. It's like, that's really strange. So he starts thinking about it, and he's like, really? He's like, it's just like that man said. It is with the help of Hashem that I'm going to actually do this. He's like, so I'm going to start today saying Emeretz Hashem and Bezrat Hashem. And so finally he goes off and he starts using this language, and he finally goes back to the fair. He gets there, and a young man, this time Eliyahu shows up in the form of a young man. He says, hey, what are you here for? He says, Emeretz Hashem, I'm going to grab some oxen. And the Eliyahu Hanavi is like, oh, he learned his lesson. Amazing. He said, well, if you're going to learn the lesson, he's like, well, he said, if you're going to buy some oxen, you're going to need somebody to take the oxen home. Do you have anybody? He said, no. He said, can I volunteer? He's like, I'm poor. I could really use the money. He said, they negotiate a price. Great. They buy the oxen. They're on their way home. And then all of a sudden, the oxen start taking off towards the forest. So he's like, help! The young man, he's like, help me! And so the wagon driver and the rich man himself, even though he's holding, like, this is below my dignity, but like, hey, I got to get my oxen, because, like, again, I'm going to lose them. So the oxen run, and then finally they stop in the middle of the forest. And where do they stop? They stop right in front of the place that Eliyahu Hanavi had put the money, the 2 other money bags. And so the rich man says, hey, these are my bags. He's like, this is my money pouches. And he finds them and grabs them. He says, great. He said, hey, maybe these oxen really just took off. They stopped right here. Like, must be that they were kind of bringing here. Great. So he's got his money. He's on his way home. He finally gets home, and now he's really shifted in his life. Emeretz Hashem, Bezras Hashem, he's been saying it a lot to everybody. Even his wagon driver is noticing the difference, and he himself figures out, because he goes to pay Eliyahu Hanavi. So, and he didn't know it was Eliyahu Hanavi, but he goes to pay Eliyahu Hanavi, and Eliyahu Hanavi is gone. He disappeared. He didn't collect his money. So when he didn't collect his money, the rich man said to himself, this must have been Eliyahu Hanavi. And he showed up to me both as the old man, the second old man, and then this young man. And that's the reason that he came. He's like, he didn't need a job. He didn't need the money. He needed to help take me to my other bags of money now that I learned the lesson. And I said to myself, oh man, Hashem, like today's the first day I'm feeling really, I would say, good again. I wouldn't say 100%, but I'm saying close to it. And I said to myself, I've always been a type of man who said like I'm very good, like health wise. I almost never get sick. I'm always fine. And so oftentimes I don't find myself saying, B'ezrat Hashem, or with God's help, I'm going to do this thing. I say, I'm going to go run that marathon. I'm going to go do this thing. I'm going to go do that thing because I'm healthy. I stay healthy. Like I'm just a healthy guy. God has made me that way. Like, so kid, I'm good. But I think I realized in this message that maybe Eliyahu Hanavi is still around. And maybe he didn't come to me in person, but he definitely came to me through this story. And I realized like, yeah, when it comes to health, like this is just a bracha. So when it comes to me doing things or saying I'm going to do something, I'm going to do my best to start saying B'ezras Hashem, Imirat Hashem, because the bottom line is it's all with Hashem's help. And so hopefully this story was entertaining for you. I loved it. I thought it was great. And I think all these little stories are great. I love kids' stories. So hopefully it will be beneficial for you. Sorry for the great length of this one, but I'm hoping that it's beneficial, and I'm hoping that you will see where it is in your life that God is helping you and you didn't even realize it. And so you've always just said, oh, I got this. I'm doing this. But really, like you're being helped. So maybe you'll see that, and hopefully it will help you become even greater. And hopefully Hashem will do even greater things through you when you recognize His power and strength in your life. Hoping you have a beautiful day. Take care of yourselves and take care of others.